What is up, guys? Welcome, Crypto FUD. Let's jump right into this. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. What a freaking day. What a freaking week. We are still killing it. We are up and running. Meme coins are starting to get their run. Let's get into it, guys. Twan, what is going on? Amor, Owen, what's going on, guys? Let me pop open my... Still drinking these sours. Definitely a day to have a drink. Let's do this. Cheers. Hope your portfolio is in the green. Let's do this, guys. Whew. All right. So welcome, guys. Again, like I said, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. We are still up and running. Bitcoin actually finally broke above 90K. Let me fix this all-time high. Bitcoin actually broke 90K, guys. Freaking crazy. Brian, Milady woke up. What's going on, Brian? Brian, are you the same Brian that jumped in on the Discord today? I believe you are, right? I'm pretty sure you are. I know you got the link and jumped in. I should actually post the link in the chat real quick before we get started. Let me pull this up here. Sorry, guys. I'm just posting something in the chat real quick. There we go. All right. So just drop the link in the chat for the Discord. If you guys are active in the Discord, come join us. We don't just talk about NFK. We talk about everything. DeFi, everything that's going on. We're talking about new plays, all that good stuff. So pin to the top. There we go. All right. Perfect. Rawls coming through early with the £5, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. If you have any questions, man, let me know. Let me know, brother. Thank you again, Rawls, for the £5. What's going on, old Ricky Overcome? Brian said that is him. Nice. Welcome, dude. Jason's in the house. What's going on? Again, shout out to Rawls across the pond dropping the £5. I appreciate that, bro. I'm starting to actually, I can tolerate these sours, but it's still not there. Still not there yet. All right, let's get right into this. So right now, Bitcoin sitting around 88,500. As you guys already know, I just adjusted the all-time high. We freaking hit 90K. Do I have to dance, guys? I know yesterday's stream we talked about if it hit 90K, but that was just for yesterday's stream, right? That wasn't for today. Nah, it can't be. Can't be. Now Bitcoin has to hit 100K for me to start dancing, all right? Oh man, but yeah, so we slapped that 90K. Beautiful. As we talked about yesterday, if you guys remember we were talking about yesterday, I was saying, guys, listen, if we see somewhat of a retracement, it's perfectly fine, right? Because right now Bitcoin, the market as a whole is just there. It's running right now, right? It's basically like a train that is basically started, and it is going to take a lot of momentum for that train to stop, right? It took a lot for it to get going. It's going to take a lot for it to stop. So even if we see days like we saw today, you know, given last night and today, we saw a breakdown, a small retracement. We bounced actually down to about 85K before finding some support in between these support levels right here at 85. And we saw this W pattern basically form right here. You guys can see, right? I put this W pattern. You can see we dropped, we came up, bounced, almost like a double bottom, and then you can see this run, which led us up to that $90,000 mark. So absolutely great. If you were watching today and you're like, oh man, that was it. It wasn't. And I told you guys this. I said, listen, we're going to go through this where when you see days, especially the last couple days where we've seen Bitcoin just non-stop running, there's going to be a time, even for Bitcoin, that is just the cream of the crop, is going to find a time where it's hit its head and it just cannot exceed until further notice, right? And that's what we saw yesterday. We ran up so close to 90K. We couldn't break it yesterday. We had to retrace back to 85 for people. Like I said, you have a lot of people right now that are seeing Bitcoin and they're like, the FOMO has already set in. I told you guys this all yesterday. The FOMO's already set in. So you have a lot of people that are like, crap, I missed out, right? Or they're like, I'm waiting. If there's any kind of retracement, I'm jumping in. That's what we saw today, right? And someone was asking me yesterday, is this retail? This is retail jumping in. This is retail, obviously, included with the ETF inflows. Institutional money is probably continuing to stack up. But the institutions have been stacking up while everybody was terrified, right? BlackRock, you have all these big, ETF funds and big institutions that have been accumulating Bitcoin for the last year. They've been accumulating. You think they're still accumulating right now? Possibly. But what I think is going on right now is this is that major retail, right? That FOMO excitement that's came into the market in the last week or two. That is just piling on. And what we saw today was that when we saw that retracement back down to about 85K, you saw retail jump in, right? You saw retail jump in and basically bring us up to that all-time high of 90,000. So absolutely fantastic. It honestly feels like we are in 2021. It really does. It's just the atmosphere, everything about it is just starting to feel. The only thing that's missing is we haven't seen the absolutely craziness of altcoins. But holy shit, ladies is running right now, guys. Oh my God. Hold on, Bitcoin dominance. Oh my God. Look at ladies right now, guys. Where is Red Rum? Where's everybody that's been so worried about me, ladies? What did I freaking say, guys? What did I say? I said just give it time. Miladies is going to freaking go crazy. Bro, I sold my bag of Milady, and I'm so happy for you. Anybody that has a bag right now of Milady, I am so happy for you guys. I really am. This is what I wanted to see, guys. Absolutely craziness. I saw you guys talking about it earlier, and I was like, yeah, Milady's is running. Because earlier it was like running, but it kind of was like retracing, like going back and forth, sitting around that 10 level. But out of nowhere, this thing in the last like hour or two has absolutely gone crazy. It's up 60% for the day today, guys. Absolutely crazy. And you know what? I told you. I said, guys, market cap being at around $50 million. Remember all this, what I was saying for the last few weeks. I was like, listen, this is a $50 million meme coin that is all over every major exchange, right? It has nowhere else to go but up. When we start running and you see the confidence coming into the market, you're going to see Bitcoin run first, right? I'm just mimicking what I was saying, but then eventually you're going to see people taking profits from Bitcoin and start looking for those 10, 20Xs. And where do you think they're going to be looking for? They're going to come over to those riskier assets like Memecoin'S. And what shines bright for Milady and a few other meme coins that we have been talking about, right, is that Milady particularly at the time was well under $100 million market cap. So it's not going to take much for this thing to even just 2x. And that's what we just seen for Milady in just a day. Just a day, right? This reminds me back, and I'm going to jump into the chat, guys. Y'all got me freaking hyped now. This reminds me of when, do you guys remember when we were streaming back in March? We saw a day. I'm going to zoom in and measure it and see if we broke that daily high. We're on the daily right now. One day we were streaming, and look what we saw when Milady broke all-time highs. We saw this one godly candle for the day, and I think it was 60%, 74% in one day Milady ran, right? Let's go over here and let's see. She didn't break that yet, but let's see. So right now, 74% in a day. We saw that back in March. For right now, we are at around 63.4%, guys. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely crazy. Whew. I'm kind of kicking myself, guys. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Let me jump back into this chat, guys. Jason said that God candle was insane, dude. Jason said I'm up 11,000 on Milady. Now, remember, secure the bag. I'm not telling you to do anything right now. I'm just saying, secure that bag, bro. Secure that bag. Ricky said, we will be breaking 90,000 during the live. Hell yeah. Milady getting warmed up right now. Amor very patiently awaiting Milady to hit 2 billion market cap, and that is a wrap for me. I'm retired. I'll be so happy when you tell me that, Amor. Jason said, oh, he's talking to Old. Let's see here. Robert, what's going on, brother? Owen's in the house. Let's see here. Old said some news. Milady is supposed to be on Binance in December. I don't know. We'll check. We can scour through. We'll see if I haven't heard anything like exclusively on that for Milady, but we can check. Amor said this coin is the reason I started running with Crypt. 300 billion coins. I'm locked and loaded. Bro, we have been covering Milady particularly since back here. Like it was like a month after she dropped and Elon tweeted about Milady. We literally have been, if you've been rocking with me for that long, you know, shout out to you guys. Now, I do love everybody in here, right? All my people that sometimes it takes a little while to stumble across a channel that you really like, right? But I mean, we were literally covering Milady when she was at like a $15-20 million market cap, and the ups and downs that we've been through, right? The people that have come and gone on this channel with Milady particularly, but we started off with Milady. Twix, you know what's funny is I always say that. So Twix was saying Milady's NFTs are on fire, bro. It always runs. Whenever Milady, the actual token or coin is running, the NFTs are running too, and vice versa. It always happens. I said a while back that I would love to get an NFT. Robert said, "I bet you're kicking yourself." Oh, Robert, come on, bruh. I am kicking myself. I'm not going to sit here and try to act like, oh yeah, I don't care. No, trust me. You know, like I said, I sold for like a 30% gain, and I had opportunity to get back in. If you remember me complaining yesterday, I had opportunity to get back in at like a 10% cheaper than what I sold at. But I was all pissed off at crypto.com because they freaking keep raping me on, every time I make sales, so I was like, I'm not buying in. Well, obviously, you can see this thing was shot up. So they probably were listening to me. They're like, all right, Crip, you're not buying in? Pamp it. You know that meme coin? He's like, pamp it. Ricky said, calls running. Robert said, I'm glad you still talk about me, ladies. Let's see here. MeX, I jumped back in yesterday after I spoke to you. Hell yeah, bro. I'm happy, bro. I'm happy you guys are definitely in here. Listen, I look back like Robert said, I bet you're kicking yourself. I am like, you know what? Damn, those were some gains that I could have made, right? I mean, I made gains, right? So I'm not going to be completely upset. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But at the same time, it is what it is, right? But I don't sit here and flip out and be like, damn it, why did I do this or anything like that. I'm just like, it is what it is. You can't time, the markets every time, right? I always look at it as there's going to be plenty of other opportunities, right? That I can, that I'll have, in the near future. So like I said, I can't be upset. I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for anybody that has those diamond hands. Like some of you guys just said, you're up over 10 grand on Milady, dude. I'm happy for you. Now, remember, you're not up until you actually secure the bag, right? So, we've talked about this plenty of times well before we got into this actual bull run, in regards to not being married to these projects, right? Now, I'm by no means am I, giving out financial advice or anything like that. But at the same time, if you're up solid, you need to have a game plan, right? Because you aren't up until you actually hit that button. You're not up until you hit that button, and you can easily ride this bad boy right back down. Not saying it's heading down anytime soon. I'm just saying, right? We've all gone through it. So make sure you plan accordingly. So someone said calls up. You know what I'm really kicking myself? You want to know what I'm really kicking myself, guys? And I was going to drop this on the member stream yesterday, and I didn't because I was like, you know what? And I know my members understand we had to come out just on our normal stream because it's just the markets have been going crazy. How about I stumbled across this project like a week ago, right? One of my wallets, I had an airdrop with this project in it, and it was back here. And I was like, what the hell is this? And it was like $5 I got airdropped. And I was like, all right. And I look, and the liquidity was at like $20,000. The market cap was at like a few $100,000. And I was like, what is this? First of all, I was like, how the hell it got sent to a wallet that I don't even use, right? And I wasn't holding anything in there but like Solana. So I was like, I mean, I guess they just hit out like a really big airdrop or whatever the case is. I don't know. So I ended up, I was looking at it and I was like, well, it's the numbers were, really low. I was like, this thing could end up popping, right? But I was like, I'm not even going to really worry about it. And couple days ago, I'm like, you know what? I should throw a few $100s at this project. I was like, it just dropped. You know, I was like, it's such a small market cap. I was like, I should throw a few $100s in it. I didn't. This thing's up 5,700% right now. And this is where it retraced. Absolutely insane. The volume over $6 million. When I was looking at this project, the volume was at like $100 a day. Oh, you want to talk about kicking myself? That few $100s would have been freaking probably like 20 grand. Not even going to exaggerate with you guys. Like, absolutely crazy. This project went ballistic. I don't even know how to pronounce it. La Poo-Poo? La Poo-Poo? And the only reason why, like I said, I stumbled across it is because I got an airdrop in one of my wallets, and I had like $5 worth of it in there. And then I'm like, if I would have just kept the $5, because I needed Solana, right, in one of my other wallets for me to do transactions, and I sold the freaking $5. That $5 would have probably been a few $100s right now. Like, just all around, I'm like, dude, like, you need to stop selling shit. You really need to stop selling shit, bro. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You live and you learn, right, guys? You live and you learn. Let's see here. Someone said call was running. Now, I did see today that CRONOS was kind of retracing, like the whole CRONOS was retracing today. You can see call dropped. It dropped about 30-40% since yesterday. Now, remember, yesterday everything was freaking going crazy, right? Everything was going crazy yesterday because Crow was going crazy. You can see yesterday it ran up to about the 77, but it has retraced back down to the 64. It is technically up about 11% in the last 6 hours. So, I mean, it doesn't look bad at all, you know, as far as what's going on. With Crow, you know, the Crow ecosystem, you can see everything's kind of doing the same thing, right? Where you saw this massive run yesterday, there was nothing that was not in the green, right? But you can see in the last 12 hours, there was, you know, a nice sell-off with a lot of the projects just because the hype kind of was dying down a little bit. But showed you that how quick a lot of these projects can just go crazy, right? Sometimes, like I told you guys this a while back. It's like almost pick a project that's legit, right? A project that's legit on CRONOS. Throw some money in there that you don't need anytime soon, and you just let it sit there. And then you have to keep an eye on it, and you will get an opportunity where this thing's probably going to 2 or 3x out of nowhere, but it's usually short-lived, right? So I'm not saying that these projects are heading back down to zero, but you can see as of yesterday, a lot of these projects like Call was up 50%. Now it's down. It lost about 24% of that 50. So still relatively a small market cap at under $50 million as of right now. So not looking bad at all. Shad said Bunk is running. I saw that. Let's look at the bubbles real quick for the day. Look at Bunk up 41% today, guys. Dogecoin has been absolutely ripping as well. Meme coins right now are going crazy, right? What did I tell you guys? We talked about this when I was basically turning into Crypt the Psychiatrist like 2 days ago when everybody was like, bro, why is Bitcoin keep making all-time highs and the meme coins, MILADY was down, right? And I was like, dude, listen, it happens like this because meme coins are on the back burner for right now, but out of nowhere, they're going to explode. And that's what we're seeing today, right? Bunk's up 41%, Nero 20, Dogecoin another 21%, Floki 20, Pepe absolutely killing it. Dog with Hat up about 5% right now. I think what I wanted to show you guys is look at the monthly. Look at the monthly right here. Doge is up 258% for the month. Dogecoin has absolutely ripped. The reason why, excuse me, you have to give Dogecoin that respect is because this is a top 10 project with a massive market cap. And the fact that this thing has gone up over 250% in the last 3 weeks is you have to put some respect on its name, right? Shiba up 58% for the month. Crow, like we talked about, Crow not even being a meme coin, but absolutely killing it, 142%. Bunk 77%, guys. Is it safe to say that we are probably, you know, on that up ramp into altcoin season? I think it is safe to say it, right? Now I don't want to jinx us or anything like that, but I mean, Ethereum right now up 34% for the month. ADA, like I said this a while back. I said ADA and XRP are going to be those two projects that sleep and out of nowhere they explode. They did it back in 2021 for ADA particularly, up 70% for the month right now. absolutely killing it. When you look at the daily, though, you can see what the big winners are, and it's going to be the meme coins. Meme coins are absolutely killing it today. Rawl said, I hope you bought some H-bar. I did not, bro. I did not buy any H-bar. Let me just check up here and see if we missed anything. Gene said, if Milady is at 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros and a 3, how much market cap will that be? Bro, you have me doing math over here. What are we at? 6? That would definitely be in the billions. If we drop 2 zeros, we'll definitely be in the billions on that one. For sure. Robert said he's going to hold to all-time highs. Old said, man, you got to be careful with stuff that randomly shows up in your wallet. I know, bro. That's another thing, too, is I was like, I didn't even want to touch it, right? Because I've heard of airdrops being scams and stuff like that, but obviously you can see that project was legit. It's up 5,000%. And this was like a week ago, or maybe even over a week ago that it was sent to my wallet. Old said, la poo-poo. Twix said, take a look at Memecoin. We'll pull that up. Marlon said, inflation made me sell. Oh, man. I'm sorry, brother. JDM, what's going on, bro? I was worried about you today, bro. I saw it. Listen, I always keep an eye on everything, right, on the watch list. And I was looking. I was peeping out, and I was like, oh, my. Look at Lapupu's up 8,000% right now, guys. What is going on? Lapupu is up 8,000%. Yeah, bro, I saw it happening live today. I saw it, and I was like, OMG. I don't know if you want to talk about it, bro, but what's going on? Did you guys have some devs or something like that move out? JD, oh, yeah, so let me read what you said. You said, major sell-off. A wallet that has been asleep for 2 years ago sold their bag. They had put a $51 and cashed out $88K on our chart. Bro, you know, that reminds me of, you know, when we dropped our project, when we dropped NFK, the second we dropped, right, someone bought in like $100 and literally had 25% of the circulating supply or something like that of our project. And they waited until we shot up, and we shot up to like we shot up like thousands of percent, and we had like $50,000 in liquidity. Remember, we started from just the 10 grand that I put in initially. We ran up to like $50,000 liquidity, and we were at like $200,000 market cap. This is when we, like, the first week we had those newbie gains, and this son of a gun started selling to make the story. Dude sold off like $40,000 in like 4 days, right, off of our project. Absolutely crippled us. I had everybody that was coming at me like, who in the F who is this? And I was like, bro, I don't know who it is. And I'm like scouring through SoulScan, and I'm like, dude. And then I finally I'm like, bro, this bitch bought the second it dropped. Literally, and he bought literally under $50 and had so much of our circulating supply. And this is what happens when you drop. And I found out that next time, if we ever do another project, you can actually, when you drop a project, you can actually take, like, right when the project drops, you can make like 10 buys immediately right when it drops. So you can prevent shit like that from happening. They're bots, basically. But this bitch took advantage. This wasn't a bot. This was just somebody that stumbled across the project and was able, and you can't even be mad at them, right? Because I've done that before on a project that I stumbled across on CRONOS back in 2021, and I ended up putting in like $100, and I owned like 50% of the circulating supply, and the project started running, right? And I was like, hell yeah. I was on Facebook, and I was looking at on other CRONOS pages, and they were promoting this project, and I was like, I'm gonna just let it be. I ended up making, like, I'm not even gonna say anything, but I ended up making some good money off the project, off of just being there at the right time at the right moment. This was in 2021 when there was no bots, you know, doing these crazy buys. So I mean, it happens, bro. It happens. If you guys are a strong team, a strong, you know, project, you guys will prevail, you know, and hopefully you'll get back. What it is you're gonna have to build back the confidence of everybody, because right now they're probably just like, they feel like, you know, they were robbed pretty much, and we've dealt with the same thing, bro. So Light said, yo, hey bro, how's it going? Check on Ryoshi with knife. Light's in this. Light, did you sell your MILADY? Did you sell your MILADY? Just asking. Because I know you were Light was a whale swimming around here. What'd you have at some time? I think Light had over 100 billion MILADY at a time. Is Ryoshi running? Where is it? Oh, right here. It definitely came back alive for sure. But I mean, this is what everything ran, right? Everything ran yesterday. So you can see it retraced slightly. Pretty much came up and it looks like it tapped our big spot for some resistance at that 8018 mark. A little bit above. And it looks like it got rejected. So doesn't look like it's over with yet because you can see it's still holding a lot of its gains as of now. So doesn't look bad. This 18 mark is going to be a big spot for some resistance though, for sure. Art said you're going to get flagged for saying the B word. No. They asked me whenever I come up, they already asked me. They're like, is this channel for kids? I was like, no, it's not for kids. So like, all right, you can say whatever you want, bro. Overcome said he's not selling his MILADY. Khalil said, shout out to everyone that held during the bear market. You all deserve it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Definitely agree with you. Let's pull up Bunk because I know someone was saying, oh yeah, Bunk's up 30-something%. Look at that godly candle. Look at that. Bunk's actually not far from all-time highs as of right now. So you can see Bunk's going to have a big spot as far as resistance at this 236. Somewhere around the 38 level right here. Let's zoom in a little bit and see. Yep. All right. So it looks like it's found support at the 382. You can see it's so far. It looks like it's found some support around the 382 at that 33 level. Next big spot for some resistance, if it can get up there, is around the 38. That's going to be the 236. If Bunk breaks above the 236, you're probably going to be talking about all-time highs for Bunk. Most likely. Most likely. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy, but, you know, it's coincidental, like we were saying, that, you know, it's like meme coins, they all just start running together, right? They all just start running together. Bullish is asking, do I think Call's going to run more? I think Call will break that $100 million mark. I really do. Is it going to do that like tonight or tomorrow? Maybe not. Right? Maybe not. I mean, it got close. I think it was up to what, 75 million yesterday as far as market cap. Let me see here. So, I mean, you can see, you can see obviously the nice little lift off. So, big spots for some resistance is going to be 7 zeros in the 83 mark. Obviously, the 96 right here, and then all-time highs when it gets into that 6 zeros. But, you know, I do think it's going to continue to run, but we might see somewhat of a retracement. Who knows? We don't, I mean, right now, with CRONOS and, you know, a lot of these projects, because they ran up so much yesterday, we're seeing somewhat of a retracement, but these things could have already retraced and they're pretty much gassed up and they could be running again, right? They could be running in, or tomorrow we could wake up and they could be, you know, maybe have lost more gains. Right now it's at a spot where it's like, who freaking knows? If I had to guess, I would probably say that Call's probably already setting up for another run, in my opinion. So Old said, Crip, tell the story of how you went about making it of K-Coin. How hard is it to do? If you have any time today to talk about it. I mean, like it briefly, I mean, if anybody's ever done it, I will say it is a little confusing depending on what ecosystem you drop a project on. But I mean, there's so much information out there where anybody can really, if you're dedicated, you can do it. Thousands of projects are dropped every day, right? Little like on DeFi, thousands of projects are dropped every day on different ecosystems. It's not really about if you can do it. It's really about if your project can survive and you can, you know, keep the hype up and all that stuff. You guys know what we dealt with when we first started the project. I had a full team, right? We had a whole full dev team. Some of the people that are new here wouldn't even imagine that we had a project that was worth over $3 million, right? $200,000 in liquidity, you know, and unfortunately when you have 12 people, not really, it was probably like we had a team of like 8 people in the dev team that all, you know, came from different walks of life and stuff like that. I put too much trust in them, right? And it just, you know, each person, you know, had different, you know, ideas and stuff like that, and it just ended up not working for them, you know. So, but the fact that we're still holding so strong, we're still doing great, you know, that's what I'm getting to is anybody can drop a project, but you know how many projects drop every day that you don't even know about, that just fade off into the distance and aren't nothing, right? I mean, I think the hard part is really dropping a project and actually being successful with it, and really, you know, getting the hype out there and you know, building on the project. That's where the hard part is. And luckily, you know, after, you know, I had to separate, you know, the project and the people that were kind of not doing the best for the project. Now we have a whole community. It's almost like a community takeover on our project, where we have, it's all literally, you guys hold more of that project than I do. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys do. You know, and it's just like we all have the same goal, where we just all want to see it build, right? We all want to see it build and, you know, continue to grow. So it takes time, though. It takes time. So, but as far as how to do the project, maybe we'll do that someday on the members stream. I could always show you guys, you know, some stuff on that. It's really not too hard. It's a little confusing. I will tell you, it is confusing. Jason said, I ain't selling one MILADY yet. Art said, Moo is ripping too. What's up with all the moo-moos and the poo-poos today? Everything that's got like a ooh-ooh is running. The moo-moos and the poo-poos are running today. We need the NFKs to be running today, right? The moo-moos and the poo-poos. I mean, it's up, bro. It's up 36%, but it's not up like poo-poo. Poo-poo's up. Poo-poo's up 6,000%. That's an expensive poo-poo right there. La poo-poo. That's French. That is French. Biggest gainer on our watch list today. This is crazy. XRP's running right now. 15% right now. Up 15%. But guys, today, you got to give it to the meme coins. You have to give it Bunk up 39%. MILADY up 54%. Pepe's up 11%. What's crazy is like Myro. Myro hasn't really been performing like I really expected, right? I mean, I was even thinking, because I did sell my Myro like back here, you know, or I don't even remember where, but I was like, you know, I should get back into Myro, and it really has not been pumping like you would expect, you know? So, I mean, it kind of, I still have an opportunity to get in. I don't know if I jump in right this second on Myro, but Myro is unperformed for today compared to a lot of the meme coins, you know. And what's crazy is like you have meme coins running, but you have obviously Bitcoin retracing slightly because of such a big pump. You have even Solana down 3%. You have ICP, Fetch AI, right? You have a lot of these projects. JASMY down 10%. JASMY, I know somebody was asking me about JASMY. Looks like it bounced off of a big support level at that 2 cent mark, right? 2 cents going to be a big spot for some support. Obviously, it took us a while to get back above, so it's not going to just give up those gains just out of nowhere. JASMY's too strong of a project, right? But it is basically, it is going to run with the market, right? So as long as the market's running, JASMY's going to run. So you can see that we obviously ran up at around the 2.3, the 23 mark, 2.3 cents. And then obviously the spot for some support is exactly at that 2 cent mark right now. So JASMY, even though it's down 10% as of just of yesterday, right, you're still holding 30% gains on JASMY in the last 2 days. So, I mean, JASMY is doing great. I told you guys this yesterday. I guess it's just going to be strictly for fundamentals for today. But you're seeing a retracement on a lot of these projects. And a lot of the money right now you can see is flowing into meme coins. Now, what I will say before we start reading into some articles that we have lined up, and something big is happening tomorrow, guys. that we are going to talk about that I don't see no one talking about because everybody's so hyped up. Lost my train of thought real quick. So if Bitcoin, let's just say Bitcoin, retraces, a little bit more, and let's just say we come back, a couple things. Potential M pattern could form out, right? Where we might, this, doesn't mean we're going to be heading back down to the low levels, but we could see an M pattern, a double top that pretty much has already formed the double top. Now, it doesn't mean the M pattern's got to play out, but if it does, we could probably see us come back down to retest 84,003, somewhere around there, or potentially meeting up on this. This is the 200-day on the 30-minute, which is coming right onto the support level at around 81.6. The reason why I say this, guys, and I'm bringing this up, is if Bitcoin does this somewhat of a retracement, still perfectly fine. If Bitcoin can stay above 80K for right now, perfectly fine. You guys see how fast things will run, right? But if Bitcoin does retrace back down towards 80,000 level, I'm thinking that meme coins are going to have a quick blow off top where you're going to see these meme coins like MILADY right now that are running up and bunk, right? Running up, and tomorrow or in the next few days, if we see MILADY or Bitcoin possibly with that impact or play out, you're going to see a big retracement on MILADY and a lot of these meme coins. So I'm just letting you guys know, not necessarily that's going to play out. I'm just saying that is a scenario that we very well could see. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up is tomorrow, I didn't even realize this. Tomorrow, the freaking CPI inflation report's coming out tomorrow. You guys know how the markets are when inflation and CPI reports are coming out. They're going to be shaky, right? So that's why we're seeing some volatility. Let me get rid of this M pattern. We saw a quick run up to the 90,000 because I felt like Bitcoin just had to hit the 90K, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if tonight, tomorrow, we see, even if it's just a retracement back down to around that 86,000 or we retest 85K, that can easily play out because tomorrow we have the CPI report coming out. So CPI report numbers tomorrow. Looks like, that's coming out on the 13th. Yeah, that's tomorrow. So inflation year over year, we focus on core, right? Because that's what the feds are running on. But inflation year over year is technically supposed to come up a little bit. Previous was 2.4%. We're forecast to be at around 2.6% for the year over year, right? Core inflation. Core inflation is basically everything that they consider an inflation on the year, the inflation rate year over year, but they take out certain things like gas and I believe food, right? Because those can fluctuate a lot. So core inflation is what the feds are looking at. Previous was 3.3, forecast to be stagnant at 3.3, right? So if that's the case on the 3.3 and we meet that 3.3, I think the markets are going to be fine. If we come out and core inflation is 3.4 or higher, we might see somewhat of a red day tomorrow just because of the fact that inflation might be not spiking, but could be coming up slightly, right? So, and the reason why that could be bad is because the feds have been reducing interest rates on the fact that inflation has been coming steadily down, right? Inflation, like I tell you guys all the time, inflation is going to be like a chart where it's not going to just start heading straight up and it's not going to head straight down. It's going to come down and maybe bounce at a level, right? And maybe it looks like it's going to be heading back up before it heads farther down, right? So that's what you're going to see with inflation, and I think that could potentially be happening tomorrow. So we'll see how that plays out. But for right now, Bitcoin's still holding beautifully strong above 88K. I'm just telling you, if you wake up in the middle of the night tonight or tomorrow morning and you're like, why the hell are we seeing we're seeing massive volatility up and down, the market's looking like they're uncertain, it's because tomorrow we have inflation numbers dropping. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm just reading the comments real quick. Old said KASPA is up. I don't think this is the right chart. There it is. I think we talked about this, right? I mean, broke out of the trend, the upward trend, but you can see a nice bounce at the 0.5. And right now she's hanging somewhere around above the 382, above the support level at around that 12, almost a 13 level. So doesn't look bad. I mean, she's still, remember we were talking about this, she was breaking above the 236 a few days ago. She did get rejected, but as long as she can stay around this area and potentially keep retesting the 236, which is somewhere around the 15.9 area, I think you guys are going to be solid. And I mean, you're a jump, hop, and a skip away from making all-time highs, right? So I do not hold KASPA. I do not. Let me see here. So Amor said, my friend just told me to get into a project called Tits. And now I think his friend McDummuffin is talking about tits. Great. If I'm going to get banned, it's going to be because of you guys. Because I have to keep saying tits. Let me, what is it? Is it money sign tits? Yeah. Someone up from YouTube's watching the channel right now. Like, should we ban him? He said tits like 5 times. This isn't the right project, right? I hope not. Is this it right here? This can't be it, right? Make it a shorter time frame. So this is the project right here that you said was at $100 million market cap. What the hell happened, bro? This was at $100 million market cap. It's at $11,000 right now, dude. I mean, I see that crazy run up, right? But I mean, a couple people made a lot of money and got the hell out. I don't know about that one, bro. Yeah, that can't be it, dude. I'm going to click out of there just so no one buys into that. I knew that wasn't it, bro. I was going to see if that if that was at $100 million and it dropped down to 10K. Bro, Twan. They're insane. Twan's saying that the fees on crypto.com are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, dude. Freaking insane, dude. It's on Solana. I know. I mean, am I spelling it wrong? Is it tits with 2 T's? No. All right, I think I found it, bro. Y'all for sure getting me banned. Y'all are for sure gonna get me banned out of here. I can't even say what the hell this is right here. But let me tell you something. When NFK hits $1 billion, this is the kind of parties we're gonna be throwing, all right? Nah, I found it, bro. Nice run up for sure. Been out for 8 months. Nice. This is what I was telling everybody. This is what's going to happen to our project in NFK. It's just going to explode out of nowhere. Right? I mean, this thing just freaking shot up out of nowhere. I'm sure this, you can't even see it. Just looks like a straight line. I mean, come on. Up almost 30,000%. What the hell? Freaking Elon promote this or something? You can't even, like, you see these initial pumps. They look like they were nothing. These are probably like 1,000% pumps And they look like nothing compared to what the hell this just happened. Look at that, 2,900%, and it looks like a freaking. It looks like nothing happened compared to this run right here. That's crazy. That is crazy, dude. The only thing we can universally agree on. Yeah, I'm definitely getting kicked. Jason said, imagine a MILADY Binance listing now. I know, bro. That'd be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. Let's jump in real quick. I wanted to check out this article just because it's speaking about altcoin season. And real quick, I also want to bring up, while we talk about that, Bitcoin's dominance. Let's see here. So Bitcoin's dominance spiked back up since we talked about this a few days ago. I mean, we did talk about this yesterday about this V-shaped recovery. Still sitting above 60% right now. So we're nowhere near altcoin season yet. So Bitcoin smashes past record 88,000 milestone just days after hitting 80,000. Is altcoin season next? So with Bitcoin reaching record highs as of Monday morning, members of the crypto community are wondering, when will the next altcoin season hit the market? Some experts credit the rising price of Bitcoin to President-elect Donald Trump's victory over Democratic nominee Harris in the 2024 U.S. presidential election, leaving many to wonder, will altcoins be next? While Bitcoin season is marked by ballooning demand, altcoin season reflects a period of rapid growth and volatility for a range of alternative digital assets such as Solana and Ethereum. 2024 alone has seen a heightened interest in Bitcoin from masses, thanks largely to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC approving of several ETFs related to the token. However, with Trump's pledge to fire federal agency chair Gary Gensler, Dirty Gary, and enact a digital asset friendly regulations, the entire cryptocurrency sector may receive a boost when he returns into office. And then we'll briefly just read here. So key factors to consider when assessing whether altcoin season includes an increase in altcoin dominance, right? Rising trading volumes, coin price breakouts, and altcoin season index. So according to the crypto website Index, the last time a true altcoin season occurred was January of 2022, with its altcoin rating at 37 as of Monday, November the 11th. Interest rate cuts from Federal Reserves may also support altcoin activities, though recent Bitcoin investors and public figures such as ex-CEO Elon Musk have called to abolish the Federal Reserve banking system altogether. And then just reading a snippet right here says, who knows, this is a quote, who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion debt, he told Fox News host Maria during an August 2nd interview. Hand them a little crypto check, right? We'll hand them a little Bitcoin and wipe away our $35 trillion debt. Was that Elon that said that? Or Trump? Either or, one of them. But what they're saying is, you know, with Bitcoin doing what it's doing now, guys, I mean, the only next thing to really see is that we're going to see alts like we've been seeing, you know, recently. We're seeing, yesterday was fundamental projects. Now we're seeing today a lot of meme coins going absolutely apeshit, right? This brings me to something I wanted to bring up here. This was something on Twitter. I haven't watched it, but I want to see
another famous Italian American.
Hold on here.
It is purely coincidental that we have now another famous Italian American watcher of these markets.
This is all over Fox, guys.
His
this
name,
is
the
what I'm
founder and
saying.
CEO of Professional Capital. Anthony, great to see you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
You heard maybe a little bit what Kenny was saying. The bull run runs on, but it may be not as robustly.
This guy started off on
I think
just
there's
YouTube.
two things that are happening with Bitcoin specifically. The first is we got a pro-Bitcoin president that's going into the White House. He explicitly campaigned saying that he's going to protect Bitcoin. He's going to protect the right of Bitcoiners to hold those assets.
Bitcoin can still hold what it's doing.
100%. I mean, look, anytime that you have a president go into the White House, what they measure is what moves. And this president cares about the stock market. He cares about asset prices. And so if you think that we're going to put a president...
He really likes Bitcoin, right? And that surprised a lot at folks, the degree to which he likes it, right?
He loves Bitcoin.
So he wouldn't be like someone who would, like many criticize Gensler at the SEC for doing everything he can to kill this thing in the crib.
I think that actually not only does President Trump like Bitcoin, he holds Bitcoin. He also wants the United States to hold Bitcoin. And so he's going to put together this strategic reserve of Bitcoin, which will be incredibly important. I think it'll be a flag that he plants in the ground and says, hey, I promised I was going to do this, and I did in the first 100 days.
Why is that a big deal? If you have a strategic reserve, you're building it, and by having to buy Bitcoin.
So imagine a strategic reserve with Bitcoin. Basically, the Bitcoin backing the dollar, not 100%, but like we've been talking about, even if Bitcoin backs just 5% of the US dollar, you're talking about trillions of dollars, right? That the US government would have to hold, right? So imagine we're seeing all this run up right now for Bitcoin. What if, or I doubt it has already started, because the government's going to need to accumulate a lot of Bitcoin for it to do this, right? So imagine Bitcoin, let's just say hypothetically, and remember, I'm not getting political, but obviously we all know Trump's gonna be the next president, right? So let's say up until January, Bitcoin breaks 100K, right? Trump gets in the office, and now he stays to his word about forming this reserve. Well, what do you think the government's going to need to do? They're going to need to accumulate Bitcoin, and they're going to be buying Bitcoin at $100,000. Do you understand the support that we'll have if the government's able to accumulate, even hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin at $100,000? That would put a lot of support at or around that $100,000 mark, or wherever we're at whenever they actually do this. So this is why it's such a big deal.
Have in it, right? So it furthers the demand.
Well, central banks around the world, they hold gold, many other assets.
Right.
And so anytime that you can go and get the best store of value asset in Bitcoin, which it has been for the last 15 years, I think that's a good thing. The other thing that's happening is Bitcoin's price is increasing, and everyone says, hey, it's Wall Street FOMO, which definitely is playing into it. But I think that Bitcoin,
right?
Yeah, but I think that Bitcoin is also a global alarm system. And what Bitcoin is telling us is, I'm calling the bluff of the politicians. If we go and look over the last 3 months, the politicians have added $850 billion to the national debt. And so at that same point, over that 3-month period, Bitcoin is up over 40%. And so right now we have a race between the national debt and Bitcoin. Who is going to reach the sky faster? Because Bitcoin is skyrocketing at the same pace that the national debt is skyrocketing.
So do you buy the camp that says we're going to go to $100,000 a coin, which we're not that far right now? I mean, that's less than a 20% jump to get there. But it is a wild run, right?
Saying that Bitcoin's going to go to 100K used to be controversial. Now I think people pretty much think that for sure it's going to happen. The question is when. Now the
what do you see for it beyond?
You guys agree with that? You guys agree with that? Remember back in 2021, if you said Bitcoin was going to 100K, you were like, bro, you're nuts, right? And especially when it didn't happen, people were, I remember YouTubers, when Bitcoin was running past 60K, they were like, Bitcoin's going to 100K, right? Were they nuts? Were they wrong? I mean, I think maybe their time frame was wrong. Obviously we didn't hit it in 2021, but now Bitcoin today running up to $90,000. Is it crazy to even think that Bitcoin is going to be at 100K? Absolutely not. We know, just like he said, Anthony said, we know it's going to happen, right? It's just when. When is it going to happen? I mean, we could be talking about $100,000 Bitcoin in the next few days.
This year into next year?
Timing is very difficult, but to kind of open people's eyes to what I think this asset's going to end up doing, Bitcoin will hit $1 million at some point in our lifetime. And it's part.
So you hear that? Bitcoin will hit $1 million in our lifetime. Now you think, and you're like, bro, that's crazy, right? It is. It sounds crazy, right? Because we're only at $88,000 or $90,000 for Bitcoin, right? But imagine in 10 years when Bitcoin is at $200,000, $300,000 per Bitcoin. Is it going to sound crazy? Imagine in 15 years when Bitcoin is at $600,000, $700,000 per Bitcoin. Is it going to sound crazy? If you catch the gist, Bitcoin just it prevails. It continues to prevail. It continues to run. Yes, we do go through down periods, and I've said this before, right? Those swings that you've seen in Bitcoin up until 2023, right, in the last bear market, I think they're going to be far and fetch as far as how much Bitcoin dips during bear markets, right? So we could easily see in this next bear market that we enter, Bitcoin's bottom somewhere around 40 or 50K, right? If you remember, we just came off of this last bear market. Bitcoin dropped down to 15,500. Now think about it. You're kicking yourself, because I know I am, right? I could have been a whole corner, right? And just not picking up Bitcoin. Now, I was accumulating at that time, right? I was picking up alts like crazy that were down. We've talked about this all through the channel, right? I love bear markets. I honestly love bear markets. You make the most money during bear markets. Maybe not in the bear market, but you're able to set yourself up so beautifully if you have patience and you know what you're doing, right? But the point of what I'm getting to is Bitcoin will be at $1 million. I 100% agree. It's not crazy. It's not far-fetched. And the people that were calling for $100,000, or the people that were saying you were crazy because you said it was $100,000 maybe a few years ago, now all those people are looking at the charts like, holy shit, it's going to happen, right? So now hearing that $1 million Bitcoin in my opinion, doesn't sound too crazy. So we're not going to get into this anymore as far as on here, because I know it was I didn't realize how long that news snippet was, but just, really just pointing out, you guys, even someone just said, I don't know if he was talking about just, particularly crypto, but, if you've been in crypto for the last year, you're going to be ahead of majority of the people that are going to be coming in the next 5 or 10 years, right? So I know it's so gimmicky to say you're still early, right? But I mean, you were early. If you were in just in the last year, imagine everybody that was in when I jumped in 2020. Imagine the people that were in 2017. Imagine all the rich freaking YouTuber Bitcoiners that we all know that were in 2011, 2012, right? It's just levels to it, but we're going to continue to just keep growing, as a whole crypto community, right? You go back and it was just all Bitcoin. Now you have projects like Ethereum, obviously, but Solana. You have a lot of these projects that have earned respect. And now the difference that I see from 2021 to what I see now is even the Bitcoin maxis, maybe not all of them, but some of them, a lot of them, will say, you know what? I don't really like meme coins, right? They don't have any fundamentals, but damn, you can make some solid money off those things, right? And it's like a gateway drug for crypto, right? Because we've talked about this before. A lot of people that come into the space usually stumble across meme coins, or they're told to buy in on meme coins, and then eventually they dabble into other projects. They make some money, and now they're hooked and they're interested, and now they're looking at fundamental projects, and now they're holding Bitcoin, right? So it does nothing but good for the whole space, right? So Gina's in the house. What's going on, girl? What is going on, guys? Gina said, make sure you guys don't forget to slap those likes. Art saying, bro, these ads are killing me. I have another screen with a whole nother computer, and I swear I've only seen one ad fly by. I reduced the ads, man. I reduced them. That's just YouTube. YouTube's never gonna. There's no way I can just completely not have them. I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to look and see. What is Milady still holding 47%? She's still looking good. Looks like as of now, I guess we're gonna call this as a big resistance level, somewhere around that 13 level, right there. Bitcoin is slightly retracing. Right when I was gonna say it broke below 88, but it just jumped up above. If you guys are just joining, like I told you guys, a couple things, right? Not expecting a big drop, but you can see a potential M pattern, right? That's formed. So we might see a double top, only calling for somewhat of a retracement. Could be very brief, only because tomorrow we have the CPI inflation numbers that are going to be dropping. So Robert asked, did anyone get Peanut? Did anybody jump in on Peanut? Grant saying, do I think Milady will go up more tonight? You know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest. I think that, and this could completely like yesterday. Yesterday we were streaming. Milady was like down here, and everybody's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Bro, just give it time." Milady, it's just not today, right? All the meme coins, and I pointed out every meme coin. I was like, every meme coin right now is not doing anything, right? And then we end the stream, and I see on the Discord they're like, "Bro, Milady's is pumping," right? So I'm going to say this carefully, but I hope I don't eat my words. And maybe I hope that I am wrong, but I think that for today, I think that MILADY potentially, and I say potentially, probably topped out potentially for today, right? I think the big thing that we want to focus on is where is she going to find that support for today, right? And when I zoom in on it on the 30-minute, you can see that she is finding support right now at the 13 level. So I just say that because I think that we're going to see Bitcoin is going to start fluctuating a little bit more in the next 12 hours just because of the CPI report that's dropping tomorrow. There's going to be a little bit of volatility coming, and I think that might end up kind of spooking people that are jumping in on memes right now, where they might jump in and then jump out, and you're going to have on top of that some sell pressure from anybody that's jumped in just the last week. They're going to be up freaking 70-80% on the project. So hopefully I'm wrong, or another scenario, hopefully we find support at the 13 level, right? CPI drops tomorrow and it's in our favor, and you see memes, especially MILADY, just bounce off the 13 and start continuing to run. So like I said, not financial advice. Take my my opinion with a grain of salt, right? But as of now, I think that she might have topped out for the night briefly, given that we're probably going to see some volatility with Bitcoin going into tonight to tomorrow. Now, like I said, we could end the stream in a little while, and then tonight I'm getting messages. Who was bullish? Was that you messaging me in the middle of the night like 2 nights ago, bro? Messaging me at 4 o'clock in the morning. Bro, are you sleeping? 4 o'clock in the morning, bro? Am I sleeping? You know I get up for the gym at 5 a.m., dude. What was I saying? So, yeah, so we could end the stream. It just hit me. I was like, damn, bullish was hitting me up at like 4 o'clock in the morning the other night. We could end the stream and, we could easily start pumping, and just start running continuously. So, that, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, I'm just giving you my opinion on what I think, but at the same time, it could be nothing, and we could easily just continue to run. Right now, it's so iffy as far as like, you see small little retracements and you're like, oh, there we go. And then 5 minutes later, we're at new all-time highs because there's just so much euphoria going on in the markets right now. There's just so much confidence with Bitcoin being at so high levels right now. Just like I just showed you guys, you can see all over Fox, all the business channels, all the business segments on a lot of these major news channels are covering Bitcoin like crazy. I can't tell you, every time for the last few days when I'm watching something like a podcast or something and they're asking about the stock market, these even old-time investors are bringing up Bitcoin because you have to show respect for it, right? It's there now. It's there now. When any of these people, these gold people too, that were all like gold, now they're liking like Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has outperformed anything that you can think of. Even Nvidia, Bitcoin has outperformed. In the last, depending on what you look at it, right? In the last few years, Bitcoin has outperformed pretty much anything you can think of, right? So, there was something else I wanted to point out on here. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this video right here. Look at this video real quick. So it says people who sold Bitcoin 2 weeks ago. It's very short. Look at this. Oh, hold on. They're trying. He's thinking about jumping off the balcony. Look, he's drinking bleach. Oh my gosh. Anybody that sold off on Bitcoin like a few weeks ago, they're hurting right now. YouTube's going to hit me up for that little 2 seconds of music. They're going to be like, you got to share your ad revenue with whoever created that song. Like, take it, bro. Just take it. Italy set to reject 42% tax on Bitcoin and crypto. Nice. Cryptos are us. What's going on, George? George is a big fan of the channel, guys. And see what he's got. So he's shouting out Crypto Rover. And you can see, let me know what the hell this chart's bringing up. We've been covering a lot of Crypto Rover stuff. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my, I'm definitely, this video, after we get done with this video, it's done. They're definitely taking this off the internet now. It was nice knowing you guys. They're definitely taking this off now. Crypto Ricky said Bunk got listed on Binance. Did it? I'll be the judge of that. It did. It got listed on Binance, guys. Freaking $400 million in volume. Yeah, we were talking about Bunk earlier. Bunk's up, yeah, 44%. So guys, people, anybody that's holding MILADY, imagine Bunk that has a market cap of almost $3 billion. Volume, $2.2 billion for Bunk, right? Oh man, and remember Bunk started off on Solana. Started on Solana on DeFi. You could buy Bunk on Solana when it was at like $1 million market cap. Does that not blow your freaking mind? But what I was saying about Bunk, so they got dropped on Binance, which is awesome. Imagine when MILADY's gets dropped on Binance as well. Specs or music. We talked about Bunk. We talked about it earlier. Ricky said, "Is that your dance, bro?" Oh. Yeah, Bunk is killing it. We got the Bunk squad in here today. Shout out to the whole Solana ecosystem, bro. Solana, I definitely came out with some, not Solana itself, but just the Solana ecosystem. Freaking bangers this time around. Bunk, Pepe, Myro slacking, but we have Dog with Hat. You know, you have Win. I'm sure there's a lot more that we haven't talked about, but absolutely ripping as far as Memecoin'S. That's great. So now they're on Binance and Coinbase. That's the top. That's the top there. There's nowhere else to go, right? Let me pull up MILADY because someone was asking me if MILADY was going to get dropped on Binance on December. I don't think that we would even know that, but let's see. Ladies is surging due to the meme coin pump and listing rumors. Is it long-term investment? Let's see here. Market maker just received 17.9 million. Oh, that's not anything to do with ladies. Looking to see if anybody was talking about potential Binance listing. You know, anything that with Binance listing right now for MILADY or for any project is going to be he say, she say, right? Until it actually happens, right? Just like we're seeing for Bunk for today. So, like I said, we'll find out most likely a day before, potentially, right? But I highly doubt even that. So, but you'll know when it happens. You'll know when it happens for sure. Well, guys, so let's just do a recap real quick. So, definitely have this M pattern that's formed on for Bitcoin right now. Perfectly fine. Like I said, guys, hopefully we can find some support somewhere around this 86,600 level, right? If not, we might see a move towards the 84.3. before we hit that, obviously 85,000 is where we hit earlier today, right, as a bottom for today. So we'll see how this plays out. The only reason why I'm expecting this M pattern to most likely play out, not for sure, but most likely, is just because tomorrow's CPI report that's going to drop. So we'll see how this plays tomorrow with the inflation numbers. But obviously, it's going to cause some volatility in the markets for today and tomorrow. So we'll see how it plays out. Meme coins today are the big winners. Bunk, obviously up 43+%. Milady up 48%, absolutely ripping. Pepe up about 10%. And you know, we can go down the list like we talked about on the bubbles. Dogecoin doing really well. You know, and we have Dog with Hat, Floki as well, doing really well. So pretty much meme coins killing it today. So if you're in any of those meme coins, you're definitely up like crazy. CRONOS DeFi retracing slightly for today, right? So, you know, to be expected after we saw such a massive run yesterday for CRONOS and Crow coin to be exact. So, but we'll see how everything plays out. Tomorrow we will, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I know tomorrow the CPI report numbers. Let me see what time they're supposed to drop, because if they're dropping in the morning, 13:30 UTC to, oops, damn it, to, 8:30 in the morning. All right, so we're going to do a morning stream tomorrow. We're going to do a morning stream tomorrow for the CPI report. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. So if you guys are up at that time, I know it's a little early for some people, especially people across the pond and over there. And, well, it's going to be late. I don't know. Tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, a.m. we'll be streaming. I'll probably go live around 8 a.m. So a little bit before. We'll see what the markets are doing. So that'll be tomorrow. We'll check out and see what's happening with the CPI report. So other than that, guys, let's see here before we leave. Robert said, I think that BS Binance has listed. We'll get to it, bro. They'll get there. Art said, can you check out Ping? Of course he wants to check something out right before we're leaving. Ping. Guess it's short for penguin. $20 million market cap, 1.5 million for liquidity. Doesn't look bad. I mean, a couple things I'd say. You might see a double top that you formed, right? Another thing that I see is it's making lower highs as it runs, right? Lower highs. Not saying that this is, you know, but you can see clearly lower highs as it's been having these spikes. So you might see this double top play out. Support. Let's see here. Support level. Most likely around this level, you'll have some support at around the 15 cents. If that breaks, then you're going to be coming back down towards the 11-cent mark. So I would say if this was something I was looking for, anything below the 15, buy zone, right? Not financial advice, just in my opinion for here. So be careful with that double top. Rawls says, if Binance does list it, let me see here, how much percent would Milady's go up by? I mean, that's anyone's guess, right, Rawls? But if to put it on this perspective, Bunk is worth $3 billion, right? Just shy of $3 billion. Milady is at 100 million. So let's say Milady, if it gets listed in the next few months and it's at maybe $200 million, this thing, Milady could easily jump up. You're talking probably 100, 200, 300% in a day, right? Given how small the market cap is currently. So, I mean, it could easily run up like that much in a day. And it's crazy because, I mean, Bunk, I thought Bunk was already listed on Binance. It's crazy that they weren't listed, but Binance would make so much money if they listed Milady. They would make so much money, and it would obviously help Milady out like craziness, you know? So it will come, guys. Good things, what is that saying? Good things happen to people that wait, right? So just be patient, right? It's just not our time for Binance, but take in that Binance got listed. It's up 44%. Freaking MILADY's is up 48.5% and didn't even get listed, right? There's rumors, but it didn't even get listed yet. Imagine if and when it does get listed. It's going to go freaking crazy. It's going to go freaking crazy. Flips in the house. What's going on, bro? Yeah, Binance has the Coinbase effect, like what we used to see back in 2021. All right, I'll pull it up, Muffin, just because you've asked. I know you asked a few times already. SOLANA, whatever the hell that is. Did I even pronounce that correctly? SOLANA. I mean, nice movement towards the upside for sure. Let's see if we can. I'd like to do a fib retracement, but sometimes when you see these crazy like spike ups, the fib gets all messed up. We'll take it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I like this fib retracement. Let me see something here. Let me delete this one. Yeah, this one's a little bit better. So, I mean, you can see a nice run up. Obviously, ran above the 236, got rejected technically at the 236, and you can see possible support at the 382 at around the 3.1 cent. So, definitely doesn't look bad at all. You can see it's obviously on an upward trajectory or a nice little trend towards the upside. So, this could easily, break below the 236. I'm sorry, the 382 and bounce off this trend line and continue up on a move towards the upside. So, I mean, doesn't look bad. $22 million market cap, $1.2 million locked liquidity. Project looks legit, right? So, doesn't look bad at all, bro. Taco Tus, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. He says, "Oh, all coins to make us rich. Let's see and speculate." Okay, let's see. Oh, look, Crip, I'm not rich. Told you. That's what he's gonna come back in a year and be like, "I'm not rich. You made that video and said all coins are gonna make us rich." Yeah. Some people. Well, I hope you do get rich, bro. I hope you do get rich, brother. And like Art said, let's pamp it. Let's pamp it, guys. All right, guys, listen. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I really do. I thank you guys so much. Tacos for everyone when I do. There we go. Shout out to Taco. There we go, bro. That's what we want to see. My boy said tacos for the whole squad when he gets rich. There we go, bro. That's what we want to see right there, Taco. But you know what? If you are a native in the channel, I like tacos, but I'm more of a burrito guy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I like burritos. I love burritos. I really do. So if you can substitute like 3 tacos, if you buy them for all of us, and I want to get a burrito. So Chipotle, yes, sir. Art said Taco Bell soon. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, bro. Burritos for Elon only. What? Come on, bro. Come on. I thought we were becoming friends here. All right, guys, listen. I'm officially leaving now. All right, guys. It's been real. Be safe out there. Like I told you guys at the beginning and the middle and towards the end, we could possibly see somewhat of a light retracement. Remember, inflation numbers are dropping tomorrow, all right? So we might see somewhat of a small little, retracement back. First level of support, 86,500, somewhere around there. And the next level, 84,300. And then, like I keep saying, the $85,000 level will probably be a spot for hopefully some support if we do break below, given that we bounced at it today. So, but hopefully we don't even see a retracement, but I'm just pre-warning you guys. CPI report's dropping tomorrow. We are going to be streaming tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are available, if you're awake, come join us. Get a nice cup of joe, pre-workout, whatever your fix is, and come join us, all right? With that being said, guys, you guys be safe. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. If you're watching this now or after the fact, make sure you guys hit that like, hit the freaking subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Sheesh. Trying to break above this threshold, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night.